Guys, good morning. Hopefully you had a nice weekend. Hope you had a chance to look at the Starfall calendar and go through the days of the week and the months and seasons. And if you haven't done this, please take a chance to look outside, look at the weather. It's actually been unusually warm for December the last couple of days, which is really nice. Everybody should have received a brand new packet not yesterday, but Friday. Um, and in that new packet, you'll have a new literacy packet, week 13, grade 1, 12:7 through 12:11. And you have a new math packet, grade 1, 12:7 through 12:11, week 13. So we are still working out of our December monthly mini lessons packet. You also received a craft at the back of the packet, and I don't have one in front of me, but I think that pretty much covers it. So without further ado, if you haven't had a chance, there's a link for a story called The Gingerbread Man. It is just before this link for this video. And pause this right here and go watch it. Once you've had a chance to do that, then come back here, grab your literacy packet. You can always tell it's the literacy packet because it has letters around the outside, and it says Literacy, literacy packet. Okay, make sure you write your name on the front. We always write our name because it's good practice, even though probably aren't going to lose this material because you're the only first grader in your house, but you will eventually come back to school and it'll be good practice for you to be writing your name on your work. Okay, then we're going to open to the first page. First page, page number 1, it says Monday up here in the corner. Write your name here. And then it says readers visualize pictures in their head. The book says the gingerbread man popped out of the oven and ran across the floor. Okay, so draw a picture of what you're visualizing in your mind. So right now you're not actually looking at the book, you're just thinking about what that looks like. The gingerbread man popped out of the oven and ran across the floor. So if a gingerbread cookie came to life and jumped out of your oven, well, he'd be very hot from being cooked in the oven. The oven door would have to be open, or he pushed it open, and he hops out onto the floor and he runs across the floor. So I'm just going to draw the oven door being open. So here's my oven. So that's my oven. That's the door open. And we'll just draw a little Mr. Gingerbread Man. Okay, there he is. He jumped out of the oven, he landed on the floor, and he's running across the floor. And then if you want to add some details, I have a big clock in my kitchen. We could say that it's what? 8 a.m. And I've got a nice big window over here. There's my kitchen. And then you can just say the gingerbread man, the ginger, Gingerbread, man, separate word, M-A-N. And then I'm just going to say he ran away because I don't really have enough room to write jumped out of the oven and ran across the floor. So the gingerbread man ran away. And you can pause this here and you can copy down what I wrote. And please add some color to your picture. I won't take the time to do that because I want to make this quick and short for you guys, but you really should take the time to color the picture so I can see all the details. When you're done, take a picture, send it to me. All right, turning to page 2, we are doing vocabulary word. The word is fancy. Okay, let's start with the meaning. What does fancy mean? Fancy is decorative or elegant. So we're going to write decorative, D-E-C-O-R, A-T-I-V-E, and then space, or space, E-L-E-G-A-N-T. Decorative or elegant. Synonyms. Okay, synonyms are words that mean the same thing. Synonym, same, same-onym. So flashy would be one word that means the same thing as fancy, flashy, fancy, or snazzy. That's another one. Okay, and then a third one could be ritzy. Ritzy. So flashy, snazzy, ritzy. You can pause this to copy those down. Then keep going. Antonyms are the opposite. So the opposite of fancy would be not very fancy. Would be simple, basic, and plain. Simple, basic, and plain. And then for our sentence, we could say, wow, that is a fancy. Now, you can fill in the last word with anything you want, really. You could say, wow, that is a fancy car. You could say, wow, that is a fancy dress. You could say, wow, that is a fancy house. I'm going to say dress, D-R-E-S-S. But if you want to change the word to something else that's more meaningful to you, you're more than welcome to do that. Wow, that is a fancy dress. Okay. When you're done with that, turn to page 3 on the back side. The gingerbread man was in the oven. Okay, let's take a look at this sentence. How many words do you count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. So let's write that. Ah! I wrote a Z instead of a 7. 7 words. Okay, 7 words. And which ones are nouns? Nouns are a person, place, or thing, right? So the gingerbread man was in the oven. So I'm going to put a little cloud around gingerbread man because that is a noun. It's a person, right? Or a thing. And then oven. The gingerbread man was in the oven. Okay. When you're done with that, turn to page 4. And you're going to take this page right out of your packet and cut out these word tiles. On page 5, you're going to have 2 different places where you can write words. So there's CK words and KN words. This is for Monday and Tuesday. So today, we're doing CK words. One example is duck, okay? So right here where you see the duck, CK, we're going to write one word here called duck. D-U-C-K. C-K. Now, most of the words that have a CK in them are going to end with CK, not start with CK. So what's another word that might end with CK? These are kind of tricky because CK makes the same sound. C is a K sound, K is a K sound. So it's not obvious just by saying the word. You kind of have to have a better understanding of how the word is spelled. So I'm going to help you out with this one, okay? So one of the words is duck. Another word would be truck. T-R-U-C-K. Another one would be tuck. Not just truck, but tuck. Okay, so there's two, truck and tuck. I like to drive the truck. I like to tuck in my shirt. Okay, another one would be buck. The horse might buck you off. B-U-C-K. Another horse word is muck. I have to muck the stalls, which means that you're shoveling out the mud and the poop and the yucky stuff. Muck. And then puck. There's a puck when you play hockey called a hockey puck. So pause that, you can copy those down. Okay, so that's for Monday. Remember all the pages that we do on Monday, say Monday up in the top. Okay, and then the next one is for tomorrow. So once you finish that, you are done with literacy for Monday. Okay, go ahead and take out your other new packet you got this week, the math packet, week 13, grade 1, 12-7 through 12-11. Write your name on the front so there's no confusion about who it belongs to. And then open up to page 1. Okay, page 1 says, solve the sets. Cross off the 5 groups. Use the first number sentence to help you solve the next. Okay, again, write your name at the top. And if you want extra bonus points, write the date. Today is December 7th, 2020, 12-7-2020. Okay, and then number 1, it says 10 minus 9 down here. Okay, 10 minus 9 right here. So if you have 10 apples and you take 9 away, how many will you have left over? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, we know that these are colored so that you can easily see groups of 5. So I know taking 9 away, 5 is not as much as 9. So I can automatically cross out one group of 5, okay? And then individually I can say, so here's my crossing out of one group of 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 more would equal 9. So now I've crossed out 9 dots. How many are left over? Just 1. So if you have 10 apples and you take 9 away, you're only going to have 1 left over. Now, the next problem says if you have 10 apples and you take 1 away, so come up here and just cross off 1. Circle the rest so your eyes can easily see. How many is left over? Well, we know this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you have 9 apples and you take, or 10 apples and you take 1 away, you have 9 left over. Okay. Now do the same thing for problem number 2, 10 minus 6. I know automatically that this set right here of white dots is equal to 5. So I can automatically cross those out because I'm taking 6 away and 5 is not quite 6. Okay, so now I've taken 5 away. 1 more is going to be 6. Okay, so I'm going to take one of the black dots away, like that. And how many do I have left over? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 minus 6 equals 4. Okay, now the next column, it's asking you 10 minus 4. Okay, so here's 10. Take away 1, 2, 3, 4, and then circle the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now count how many are left over. 1, 2, well, we know this is 5, so we can just start at 5 and count up 1. 5, 6. So 10 minus 4 is 6. Okay, now you try the last one on your own. And I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to hold mine up so you can check your answers. Okay, ready, set, go. And I'm going to go on to do number 4, 5, and 6 as well. The only difference between 4, 5, and 6 and 1, 2, 3 is that you have to draw your own picture. Okay, so down here, I drew my own dots. This is my own handwriting right here. Okay, and you need to draw 10 of them. Okay, so if you're not done, go ahead and pause the video here. When you finish doing all of your problems, then you can push play and then check your answers with what I have done here. Okay, go ahead and push pause if you need to. Then we're going to turn to page 2. Again, it says Monday up here at the top. We're going to add in doing our number bonds. So write the related subtraction sentence, make a math drawing if you need to, and complete the number bond for each. So 10 minus 8. Okay, so 10 is the whole. It's going to go in this front part of the number bond, which is the whole. And then 8 is one of the parts, and you have to figure out what the missing part is. So if you have 10 apples, and you take away 8, if you don't know how to do that, draw a picture. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do it just like we did on the other page with our math drawing. Okay, so there's 5 white circles, 5 black circles. That equals 10 altogether. Now I'm going to take 8 away. So I know this first set of white ones is 5. I don't have to count those. 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to take away 3 of the black ones and circle how many are left over, which it looks like it's 2. 10 minus 8 equals 2. Hey, we did that one on the previous page. So we know that it's most likely the correct answer, okay? So then I'm going to put 2 here in this part, so 10, 8, and 2, that's our number bond. I'm going to write the answer on the line, 10 minus 8 equals 2, and then down here, I'm going to write the other math equation. So if you reverse these, you could say 10 minus 2 equals 8, and it would still be true, just like we did on the previous page. Okay? So the next one, number 8, says 10 minus 9. I'll go ahead and draw a picture for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 white, 5 black dots. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Okay, I'm going to take 5 away, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so if I have 10 and I take away 9, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That leaves me with one little dot left over, just one. So 10 minus 9 equals 1. Then we can come up here to our number bond. We can put 10 in the whole place, and then 9 and 1. Okay, and then for the other equation, we could say 10 minus 1 equals 9. You just flip those two numbers and the sentence is still true. Okay, and then go ahead and do the rest on your own. I will complete mine as well, and then hold this up, and then you can check your answers. Okay, so go ahead and check. Pause this, copy down what I've wrote. If you did not have the same thing as me, go ahead and erase it and correct that. Okay? Once you are done with that, turn to page 3, adding and subtracting. Write your name at the top. Add the date if you want extra bonus points, 12-7-20. Number 1, 1 plus, we don't know, equals 2. Okay? So you see 2 dots here. 1 dot plus 1 dot equals 2. Pretty simple. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now if you have 2 dots and you take 1 away, then you only have 1 left over. Just like that. Okay, so you can use these dominoes to help you solve the math problems. 4 plus what equals 8? So you have 4 here plus this many, which is also 4, and all together it equals 8. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. Now, if you take the whole thing and you take 4 away, cover up 4, how many is left? 4. So 4 goes here. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8 minus 4 equals 4. So this is kind of working with doubles. Okay, go ahead and finish the page. I will finish mine, and then you can compare your answers to me. All right, so go ahead and pause the video here. Finish up your portion. When you're all done, then push play, and then you can compare your answers. Push pause to check your work. When you're done with this, you are done with math for Monday.